Dr. Jan here, and today I want to talk to you about documenting in bully culture and toxic work environments. I believe that documentation is important and it should be goal-oriented with a purpose. So documenting just because somebody said you should document is not going to be valuable to you. So you should document with a goal in mind. I'm also not a huge fan of just documenting everything forever. First off, that's a lot of information, and I tried it when I was in bully culture, and it was very, very unsuccessful. So I think you have to decide why you are documenting. I think the best reason to document is not necessarily to make a report about the workplace bully. That is certainly important. But the most important reason to document is for your sake, to figure out what's actually happening, how you're responding, what's actually being done to you, who's watching, who's engaging, and figuring out those key components of bully culture will help you better manage it later on. And so you can also document to file a formal complaint or have documentation to talk to your supervisor for an informal complaint. Those are also very, very important. But really getting a good understanding of what is happening to you is the most important thing in documentation. So the first piece of advice that I can give you that I blatantly failed at is developing a system that is efficient and works for you. So I had a horrible system. Actually, I didn't have a system, so I'm not even going to act like I did. I had calendars at home. I had a calendar at work. I had sticky notes. I kept emails. I had files on my computer at home and at work. And it just wasn't a system that was conducive to bringing together all of the information so that I could get a good overview of what was happening to me. So I have a free documentation template, and I'll put that link down below so that you can download that and you can change it or do whatever it is that you need to do to make it efficient for you. It does have everything on there that I think is important when you're documenting. So you need to, the key components of documenting are dates and times, okay, settings, who's there, where is it taking place, what's being done to you. So you have to document those bullying behaviors. However, you're not going to be able to get everything, because if you're in a meeting with 10 people, you have 3 or 4 people who are bullies and the rest are bystanders, you're not probably going to be able to see all the eye rolls or the nonverbals, or maybe even people talking under their breath. You don't have to get it all. What you need to do is get as much as possible and get those key components of those bullying behaviors. So for example, if you miss an eye roll, that doesn't really make that big of a difference. However, if you miss and you don't record key words that someone is saying to you, for example, if someone is calling you a troublemaker or telling you that, they're denying you a class or something like that because of whatever reason, those are more important. So if you can get verbatim comments, that's important, not necessarily as much if you miss an eye roll or a shoulder shrug. You certainly want to record that nonverbal behaviors are happening, because that helps you paint the picture of workplace bullying later on, but not every behavior. You're just not going to be able to get every bullying behavior, and that's okay. I want you also to record your own reactions to things and be honest and objective. Okay, nobody is expecting you to take verbal or physical or emotional abuse from your colleagues as if it's nothing. It's hurtful and it's painful. And sometimes in bully culture, if we're targets of workplace bullying, we react in a way that maybe isn't in our best interest. That's okay. I did it. I did it a lot. Okay. But that's why we're documenting, so we can determine where those high-risk times, where are those times where that bully is really going after you. And then what you can do when you know that is you can strategize and plan so that you can better manage bully culture.